Alright, what I want to do today is show you how to subtract mixed numbers using regrouping. Okay, so what we have are two numbers that we are going to subtract are 11 and 2/9 minus 9 and 1/3. And the first thing that I want to do to subtract these numbers is rewrite these. I'm going to rewrite them vertically, just kind of stack them on top of each other here. 11 and 2/9 minus 9 and 1/3. Now, the first thing that I want to do is start looking at these fractions because we're subtracting 11 and 2/9 from 9 and 1/3. And I see that we have different denominators. We have ninths up in the top number and we have thirds in the bottom numbers. So what we got to do is we got to find the least common multiple with 9 and 3 so that we can have common denominators. And what I'm noticing here is that our least common multiple is going to be 9 because 3 times 3 is 9. Alright, so now that I figured that out, I want to rewrite this. I want to rewrite it as 11 and 2/9 minus 9. And we already said that our least common multiple is 9. Alright, so in order to do that, let's kind of draw an arrow over here. We'll use a different color so you can see. Alright, we multiplied our denominator by 3, and that got us to 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So we want to do the same to the numerator. So 1 times 3 is going to be 3. So the new equation that we're going to be working with, which is equivalent to the first one, is 11 and 2/9 minus 9 and 3/9. Now as I look at my equation, and I'm looking at the fractions, and I see that 2/9 minus 3/9, I'm subtracting a larger number, 3, the numerator, 3, a larger numerator, 3, from a smaller numerator, 2. And so what I want to do is I want to regroup, okay? And so in order to do that, I want to take 1 away from 11, so we'll make that 10, and I want to regroup. Now 1 is equivalent to, in this case we're working with ninths, so that's equivalent to 9/9. So I'm just taking that 1 and I'm regrouping it as 9/9. Now the reason I did that is when I add 2/9 plus 9/9, if we think of it kind of in the fractions place, then what we're left with is 11/9. And I'll just go ahead and write that up here at the top. And just so we don't get confused now that I have that written down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross this out as well. So now what we're looking at is 10 and 11/9 minus 9 and 3/9. And the reason I did that is because 11/9 is larger than 3/9, and so we can subtract those now. So when I'm looking at 11/9 minus 3/9, really what I'm saying, I'm saying 11 of something, in this case 9s, minus 3 of that same thing, again in this case 9s, is going to leave us with 8. Fix that 8. 8/9. Subtracting 11/9 minus 3/9, and that leaves us with 8/9. And then the next step is going to be to take our 10, right, and just so you know where I'm looking at here, I'm talking about this 10 right here, and I'm going to subtract 9. 10 minus 9 is going to give us 1, and we're finished. So, in other words, coming back up to the top, 11 and 2/9 minus 9 and 1/3, 9 and 1/3 is going to give us 1 and 8/9.